वाहेगुरु जी का खालसा वाहेगुरु जी की फतेह। पतत पावन भगत बच्छल कृपा निधान चावर छत्र तख्त सिंहासन दे मालक राजान राज भाणान भाण देवान देव उपमा महान राजन के राजा महाराजन के महाराजा ऐसो राज छोड़ और दूजा कौन ध्याइयै। धन सतगुरु साहिब श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी महाराज जी दे पावन पवित्र हजूरी अंदर जुर्म बैठी गुरु रूप खालसा साध संगत जी। आप जी समूह साध संगत वडभागी हो जिन्हों ने लंबे समय तो लै करके सतगुरु साहिब जी दे हजूरी अंदर हाजरी भरी है। सतगुरु साहिब जी की अपार किरपा रहमत का सदका वड्डे भागा दे नाल जो सतसंगत की प्राप्ति होंदी है। आप समूह वडभागी हो। सतगुरु साहिब जी का फरमान है वडभागी हर संगत भाव है भागहीन भ्रम चोटा खाव है बिन भागा सतसंग न लभै बिन संगत मैल भरीजै जियो। आप जी दे श्रेष्ठ भाग हैं जो सतगुरु श्री गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी महाराज जी दे पावन पवित्र हजूरी अंदर जुर्म ले बैठे हो। सो जिस तरह भाई साहब हुणे बेनती कर चुके सन भी कुछ क साल पहलों नौजवानों ने सोचा भी गुरु घरां विच जा करके थोड़ी जी जो इंग्लिश दे विच कथा विचार करन दा उद्यम उपराला सतगुरु साहिब जी ने बख्शिया। सो हुण कुछ क समय वास्ते दास जो होला महला 17 तरीक नूं जो मनाया गया खालसे पंथ वल्लों उस ते इतिहास के पिछे कुछ सतगुरु साहिब जी आप किरपा करन चानन पावेगा इंग्लिश दे विच। सो पहला ही माफ़ी मंगता है जे किसी नूं नहीं इंग्लिश की समझ आउंदी पर यह उद्यम उपराला जो नौजवानों नूं घट अंग्रेज पंजाबी की समझ आउंदी है उन्होंने भी जो मौका जो इतिहास के बारे पता जो जानकारी वास्ते। So we are blessed to be in the sanctuary of Dhan Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. You just heard the Katha by Bhai Tarjinder Singh on the Shabad Jiske Sir Upar Tu Swami. Before them, Ragi Sukhjinder Singh Ji was reciting Gur Shabad Kirtan. So with the blessings of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, we are able to join in the sanctuary of Akal Purkh Waheguru on this earth. In this past week, in these few weeks, there's a lot of Gurpurbs, a lot of Shubh Dihade that we are manaying. Just gone past, there was the Dihada when the Khalsa did Fateh of Lal Kila in Delhi. In Delhi, there was a massive smagam, you would have seen it on the Sikh channels. Just gone past was the Gurta Gaddi of Sri Guru Har Rai Sahib Ji. And coming up is the Jyoti Jyot of Sri Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji and the Shahidi of Bhai Singh Sabha Singh. And last Monday, this Monday just gone, the Khalsa Panth around the world, especially at Sri Anandpur Sahib, celebrated the day of Holla Mohalla. Now generally when we think of Holla Mohalla or we think of the Shastra Vidya, the weaponry, the martial arts within Sikhi, we think of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji or Sri Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji, that they blessed us, which is true. But if you look back to the Itihas, this kind of warrior spirit or training was started by Sri Guru Angad Dev Sahib Ji. At Sri Khadur Sahib, there's a Gurdwara Sahib called Mal Akhada. And at Gurdwara Mal Akhada Sahib Ji, Sri Guru Angad Dev Sahib Ji used to train Pahlawans, wrestlers, and they used to do wrestling to keep fit. So from the times of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji, Sri Guru Angad Dev Sahib Ji, right through to the modern times, there's always been this warrior fighting spirit within Sikhs. Sometimes we get mistaken that it was Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji or Sri Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji changed Sikhi. They made us into warriors. First it was peaceful. If we look at Itihas, Sri Guru Angad Dev Sahib Ji started this wrestling martial art within the Sikhs. So we've just celebrated Holla Mohalla. Now to go into the depths of Holla Mohalla and why Holla Mohalla is celebrated, we'd first have to look to why Holi was celebrated. Because from Holi, Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji started Holla Mohalla. So Holi is celebrated for the Rakhya of Bhagat Prahlad, who twice a day in Guru Karj we remember, in the last Shakka of Sri Asa Diwar in the morning, and at the start of Sri Rara Sahib, if we watch, or we come to the Gurdwara, we read Sri Rara Sahib at home, at Darbar Sahib as well, they sing it in Kirtan form. Har Jog Jog Bhagat Upaya, Paj Rakhda Aya Ram Raje. So Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Akal Purkh Waheguru has helped every Bhagat that has come in every age. And then they talk about how they saved Bhagat Prahlad and their father Harnakas, who was trying to kill them, got killed. Now if we look into the Itihas of that, Bhagat Prahlad was a Bhagat of Akal Purkh Vaheguru. From a very young age, he was born into the house of Harnakas, who at that time was doing Raja over all of India area. He was a very big Raja, but he was very Hankari. And in his Raj, he stopped any kind of religion, any kind of remembering Akal Purkh Vaheguru. He stopped and he said, everyone is to worship me. So in that time, out of fear, now if you didn't do it, you were killed. So everyone out of fear just started to worship Harnakas. But his son, Bhagat Prahlad, from a very young age, and if we look to Gurbani, in Pairo Rag on Anga 1154, Sri Guru Amar Das Sahib Ji blesses us with a Shabad, and they explain the ityas of Bhagat Prahlad Ji. And they explain how when they were in school, when they used to be given a slate to write on, they'd write the name of Akal Purkh Vaheguru. The teachers reported it back to their father, Harnakas, and he kept saying to him, you need to stop this, you can only worship me. And Bhagat Prahlad Ji said, the only person that I will remember, the only person whose name I will write is Akal Purkh Vaheguru. So Bhagat Prahlad was a Bhagat, a holy person of Akal Purkh Vaheguru. So Harnakas got a bit annoyed with him as time went on, and he tried many times to kill Bhagat Prahlad Ji. He tied them up, he tried drowning them, he got elephants to stamp on him, he put them in a room full of venomous snakes. But every time, everything he did failed. Why did it fail? Just like Bhai Tarjinder Singh just explained in that last Shabad, Jiske sir upar tu swami so dukh kaisa paave. That if Bhagat Prahlad Ji has got the hand of Akal Purkh Vaheguru on their head, no one, even if it's the Raja, the Dusht of that time, they cannot touch Bhagat Prahlad Ji. So every time these attempts were made at their life, they were saved. And all of this is explained in Gurbani. 27 times in Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Bhagat Prahlad Ji is mentioned. In Bhai Gurdas Di Vara, it comes as well. So Bhagat Prahlad Ji was always saved. Then Harnakas, his sister Holka, had a var, had a blessing that she could not be burnt, that fire could not catch onto her. So one day they got Bhagat Prahlad Ji to sit in her laps and sit in a fire. Now obviously she had this blessing, she thought, that she would not get burnt because she has that var. But when that fire was lit, she got burnt and Bhagat Prahlad Ji was saved. And then after that, Harnakas, his hankar was broken also, because he said that he would never be able to die inside or outside, morning or night, on the earth or in the air. He had all these blessings that he thought were true, but because he was a dusht, they didn't come true. And then Akal Purkh Vaheguru came in the form of Narsingha, which is a half man, half sher, half lion, and came and with his claws, with his nails, ripped open the chest of Harnakas. And that again is noted by Bhai Gurdas Ji in their Vara. So that is the day of Holi. From the name of Holka, because she was burnt, came the day of Holi. Now Holi is celebrated within India, mainly within the Hindu faith. And at the times of Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji Maharaj, Panjme Pasha, when they were doing the Sarovar Di Seva, the Kar Seva of Sri Harmandir Sahib, Sri Amritsar Sahib, Ramdas Sarovar, when they were doing the Seva of Ramdas Sarovar, the Gursikhs came to Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji and they said, just like you have blessed us how to celebrate each day in the remembrance of Akal Purkh Vaheguru, each pair, each second, each nimak, on this day of Holi, the whole of India is celebrating Holi. They're throwing rang on each other to remember that day when Bhagat Prahlad Ji was saved. Now this comes in Gurbani also, but how should we as Gursikhs, how do we celebrate this day of Holi? And Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji at that time, in Basant Rag Uchar de Shabad, within that Shabad, Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji describes that it is a happy day for them. Why is it a happy day? Why is it a blessed day for the Gursikhs, for us? If we take that message to us, on Holi or on any other day, why is it a blessed day? Because we have come to the sanctuary of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, Akal Purkh Vaheguru. They have blessed us, and they describe how it's a Mangal Chara, how it's Anand. And they in that Shabad and then say, Holi Kini Sant Sev, Rang Laga At Lal Dev. Now on the day of Holi, when people celebrate Holi, they get colour and they throw it on each other. And they think that they're blessing each other, they're remembering Bhagat Prahlad Ji. Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji says that if you're going to celebrate that day of Holi, what rang, what colour are we going to throw onto ourselves? We're not going to get physical colour and put it on ourselves. We are going to rang our Atma with Prema Bhakti. Rang laga at lal dev. That lal rang that Maharaj describes in Gurbani is prema bhakti, is that seva. Holy kini sant sev. On that day of Holi, or any day, if we want it to be holy for us, if we want it to be a day where we join with the Akal Purkh Waheguru, what do we have to do? Sant sev. We have to do the seva of the Sangat, of the Sants, of Mahapurush, of all of the Sangat. So like we have come to the Gurdwara Sahib today, we are sat in the Diwan, we are listening to Gurbani, Kirtan, Katha, and then we are also to do seva. Now we have got mail on our Atma from all these 8.4 million lives. We have gone through all of these lives, and there is this mail from them, karam that we have done, that is stuck to us. Now the only way that will come off is by doing seva. By doing seva, by reciting the name of Akal Purkh Waheguru, that mail slowly will be washed off. Once that mail is washed off, what will come on us that is getting washed off is the lal rang of prema bhakti. So Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji told the Gursikhs of that time, that is how you are to celebrate Holi, by doing seva. So that teaching still applies to us today. How do we get the rang of Akal Purkh Waheguru? By doing the seva of the Sangat. Then the times of Sri Guru Hargobind Sahib Ji, they obviously started the Shastra Vidya in the form of Gatka, gave us Miri Piri. As times went on, it came to Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji. 1699, Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji Maharaj at Sri Kesgarh Sahib, Sri Anandpur Sahib, started the Khalsa Panth. They took the heads of the Panj Pyare and they initiated them. They blessed them with Amrit di Daat, the Daat of being beyond life and death. And at that time, when Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji blessed them, then after that, the Sikhs, the base of Sikhi at that time, the main base where Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji would be, was Anandpur Sahib. The next year, the following year, so obviously Vaisakhi 1699 is April. The next year, when it came to that time of Holi, some Gursikhs came to Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji and they said that there are people all over celebrating Holi. They have these big mele, they have these big fairs going on. But at them fairs, there's no taram. We're supposed to be remembering a Bhagat of Akal Purkh Waheguru. But what's happening at these mele is when people are going there, the bibiyan are getting taken to a side, there's wrongdoings going on, people are getting robbed. What is the point of remembering this day if there's going to be bad things happening all the time? And Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji, as one poet has written, said, Auran ki holi mam holla, kehyo kripa nid bachan amolla. At that time, Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji said that other people on this world might celebrate Holi, mam holla, but I will start off a tradition of holla. Kehyo kripa nid, that Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji said this themselves. They said, we will not celebrate Holi in the way that others celebrate it. Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji already told us how to truly celebrate Holi, but they said we will start Holla. We will start Holla where our Khalsa will show and get prepared and ready for battle. So that year of 1700, Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji gave a hukum to all the Gursikhs to bring their horses, bring their Shastra and come to Anandpur Sahib. And they gathered at the area where now Holgarh is. There's 5 kile, there's 5 kile in the area of Sri Anandpur Sahib. Where Holgarh is now, that's where Holla Mohalla was first celebrated. So Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji called all the Gursikhs, all the Sangat to the area of Anandpur Sahib. For a few days long they celebrated Holla Mohalla. How did they celebrate Holla Mohalla? Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji got the Gursikhs, divided them into 2 teams, and they practiced battle. So just like an army would train and they would use their tactics and see how to do certain things in a battle, the Gursikhs, one side would sit in the fort of Holgarh. They would sit in the Killa in that fort, and the other side would come and try to attack the fort and get in. And then they would take it in turns, and the different marshals, the generals, were made of them different, of the different sides. And Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji would sit and watch. And as they were being impressed by the different generals, they would give them anam, they would give them money, they would give them shastra, as they were impressed with the different tactics. The Maharaj themselves would go down and tell them that this is the tactic you should have used. It was all training to become that Spuran Santa Sipahi, to become that true warrior. Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji was given this training. And then as well as that, they would practice their own Gatka skills. They would practice Ghod Sawar. So they would get on horses, they would get barshe, and they would have little nishane in the floor. You might have seen it on the channels over these last few days. They would go with their barshi and they would dig different targets on the floor to practice their Shastra Vidya. And that is the way that Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji started to celebrate Holla Mohalla. So that is where it comes from. Obviously that was the Shastra Vidya side, and then the Mahalla. Mahalla means to go in like a Nagar Kirtan route from one Gurdwara Sahib to another. So Maharaj also used to do that. They take the Gursikhs from one Gurdwara Sahib to the other, and they would, in the procession, they would recite Gurbani, they would have their Shastra with them, and as they would go through, they would be practicing their Shastra Vidya. Now if we look to how it is celebrated now, it's celebrated in much a similar way at Anandpur Sahib. Normally it goes on for about 3 to 4 days. Now most of the Dalpanth or the Nihang Singhs that celebrate it now, if you look to what they do, they would have Akhand Path Sahib's Aramb a few days before. On the morning of the Mahalla of that procession, they will do the Pog of the Akhand Path Sahibs, and then they will all walk in a procession, going to Tak Sahib, going to Matha Tek at the various Gurdwara, Shahidi Bagh, few other Gurdwara Sahibs, and then they will all meet in the stadium and they will practice their Shastra Vidya, their Korswar. And in that same way that Maharaj used to give Anam to Gursikhs then, the Tak Sahib Jathedar or the Panth give Anam now to the best horse riders, the best Gatka. Now if we look at that first Holla Mohalla, there would have been numerous Gursikhs that went and that practiced that Shastra Vidya. But not all of them became Puran warriors. Now there's a reason behind that. If we look, a year after the first Holla Mohalla, the Sikhs were at Lohgarh Sahib, and that was surrounded by the Hill Raje. And at that time, the Hill Raje were trying to attack and get into Lohgarh. Now the Sikhs had been practicing their tactics, practicing how to defend a Qila. So they were defending Lohgarh Sahib. And what the Hill Raja at that time thought was, there's no way we can get near that door. Every time we go near, we are just getting killed. Our people are getting killed. So what they did was, they got a hathi, they got an elephant, they gave it sharab, and they put steel all over its body as protection, as armor. And they sent the hathi towards Lohgarh Qila, the Darwaja, the door of a Lohgarh Qila. And as the Gursikhs seen this, they came and reported to Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji. They said, Maharaj, they're about to send a hathi and it's going to break through these doors and they're going to get in. How are we going to stop this? And Maharaj said, if they're going to send their hathi, we'll send our hathi, that's a warrior. And they called for Duni Chand to come. And Bhai Duni Chand came, and what they did was they came to Maharaj, and Maharaj said, Bhai Duni Chand was of a very big, they were very tall, they had a very big sarir. They were what you would see as being a proper warrior. They knew Shastra Vidya and they had a very big Jawan sarir. Maharaj said that you are to go out and you are to kill that hathi. And Duni Chand got scared. He thought, how am I going to kill a hathi? That hathi will just run straight over me. He had fear. Now the reason for this is because his Atma hadn't been rangi hoi, like Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji said, in the Sampuran way. They had not had that lal rang of Akal Purkh on them, they still had fear. They had not become one with Akal Purkh Waheguru, so they had fear. Just like many of us may have fear in this world of many different things. So Bhai Duni Chand got scared at that time. And what he did was, he jumped over the back wall and he left the Qila. He left Lohgarh Qila and ran away. On jumping out, he broke his leg, he went and he died anyway. Because his death was written for that day anyway. But he got scared. Rather than getting the Shahidi and the Kushia of Maharaj, he ended up dying anyway. Then Maharaj said that our hathi has run away, we need someone. And then they picked Bhai Tarjinder Singh. Bhai Tarjinder Singh was a Gursikh of small height, he was a very small Gursikh. And Maharaj said that you are to go out and you are to defeat that hathi. Now the Gursikhs themselves got worried at that time. They said to Maharaj that, how will such a small Gursikh go out and defeat this hathi? And Bhai Tarjinder Singh had Puram Bharosa in Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji. They said to Maharaj that if you put your hand over my head, just like that Shabad that we have just contemplated on, if Maharaj puts their hand on anyone's head, they can do anything. No one can bring any harm to them. And Bhai Tarjinder Singh in Nimrata said to Maharaj that if you bless me, I can defeat this hathi. And Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji blessed Bhai Tarjinder Singh, who took a nagani, which is a bit like a barsha, and it's got a curved edge of the barsha bit, is curved at the top. And Bhai Tarjinder Singh went out and he defeated that hathi. He took that nagani and he put it through, and that hathi had loads of iron, loads of armor around it. Bhai Tarjinder Singh put that nagani straight through the elephant. The elephant, on obviously the pain, turned around and ran at the Hill Raji, the people that had actually sent the hathi, and he trampled all over their fodja, and they all retreated. Now that was the blessings of a true warrior. Now there's two differences in Duni Chand and Bhai Tarjinder Singh. They had both taken part in Holla Mohalla the year before when it first started. They both knew Shastra Vidya, but Bhai Tarjinder Singh was successful. Why? Because he was a true warrior. Jako hara rang lago is jug meh, so kahiyat hai sura. That person who has got the blessings of Akal Purkh Vaheguru in this world, only they are a true surma. At sura je kou kahave, prabh ki kala bina kahtave. In Sukhmani Sahib, Maharaj blesses and says that if one sees themselves as the top surma like Duni Chand did, and he had hankar that I am a top surma, but without the blessings of Akal Purkh Vaheguru, he was nothing. Now if we relate Holla Mohalla, Holi, on all of that into our lives today, how can we apply that today? Obviously we do need to learn Shastra Vidya, we do need to have that physical side because Maharaj gave us that. But what we also need to do is we need to have that Atmak Pak. A Gursikh runs off two things. There's two, as if you imagine a bird has two wings to fly. A Gursikh has two paks, Bani and Bana. In the Bana comes Shastra. In the Bana comes that Shastra Vidya. But if we have not done Kamai of Bani first, then that is useless. So we need to have that Kamai first. And how do we do that? Is by reciting the name of Akal Purkh Vaheguru. Now Bhai Tarjinder Singh, why was he successful? Because he was a Sampuran Gursikh. And how was he a Sampuran Gursikh? He had taken Amrit. Duni Chand hadn't. So Bhai Tarjinder Singh was an Amrit Tari. He had taken a Khande Bate da Amrit. And after taking Khande Bate da Amrit, he didn't just stop there. He had taken Amrit from Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji, from the Panj Pyare. And then after taking Amrit, he practiced the Rait that Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji, through the Panj Pyare, blessed them with. What did he practice? In the mornings, he would wake early, he would have a Ishnan, and he would recite Panj Baniya, the Nitnem, Japji Sahib, Jab Sahib, Swaye, Chopi Sahib and Anand Sahib. He would wake early and he would recite that Gurbani. By reciting Gurbani, we are feeding our Atma and we were building it up to be stronger. And we are getting that Lal Rang of Prema Bhakti. Bhai Tarjinder Singh would do that daily. As well as his Panj Baniya the Nitnem, he would recite other various Gurbani. He had that Jajba in him to be a true warrior. Now at the time of Holla Mohalla, the Gursikhs obviously look after their Shastra. They show off their Shastra in a way, in a positive way, that look at our Shastra. Bhai Tarjinder Singh had that prem with his Shastra. As Maharaj tells us, Askirpan Khando Khadg Tupak Tabar Artir Sahib Sarohi Sahti Yeh Hamare Peer. Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji describes these Shastra as Pujneet, Jithe Shastra Namang Namaskar Tamang, Jithe Astra Payang Namaskar Tayang. That where there is Shastra, now Shastra is a Shastra that you hold in your hand, so like a Siri Sahib Talwar. Astra are Shastras that you throw, so like a Chakkar. Wherever you see these Shastra, Maharaj says you should do Namaskar. Bhai Tarjinder Singh had Puran Satkar for his Shastra as well. He was following both sides of the path. He had Bani and he had Bana. He was Parpak in Rait. He was away from the Char Bajjar Kareta. Hukka Hajamat Halalo Haram. Hukka, in that he did not take any kind of form of tobacco. Hajamat, from the top of his head down to the bottom of his toe. He did not remove any case in any way. Now that is the same hukum to us. In any way, whether that's your eyebrows, whether that's your hair on your hands, your legs, to rub it off, to take it off, wax it off, to colour it, is a Qurat. He was Parpak in Sikhi. Now think about it yourselves. A mast hathi, an elephant who is drunk, running at you, what chances does a little, never mind a little person, any human, what chance would they have? The laws of averages would say that that person would just get trampled all over. But he didn't. why, we have to look to that reason. Where did he get that Shakti from? Where did Bhai Subheg Singh, Bhai Shabaz Singh get that Jazbat of Gursikhi? They got it by practicing what the Guru said. So he did not remove any of his case, Hajamat. Halalo, he did not eat meat for the swad of his Jawan. Haram, he did not go to any other woman for any kind of wrong deeds. He did not drink sharab. He was parpak in Rat. He was a Tarni of Panjakakar, of the case, blessed to us by Akal Purkh Vaheguru. He kept a Kanga, a Kada, a Karpan, a Kashera. All these Kakars give us Atmak Sikhya as well as practical Sikhya within the world. From our keeping our case, our Hankar becomes less because we accept the will of Akal Purkh Vaheguru. Our hair grows naturally. If a person does not do anything to a child from when it is young, and you let that child grow naturally, and then you look at that child, many would relate it to being a Gursikh. You are born a Sikh. To go into any other faith, you change yourself. To become a Muslim, the men are circumcised. To become a Pandit, a Brahman, you have to wear a Janeyu. But to become a Gursikh, you just have to say Sabat Surat. That's what Bhai Tarjinder Singh was, and that's a teaching for us. Whether we are or aren't, we all need to reflect how much of that Sikhya, that Rat that Maharaj has blessed us with, are we following. By using a Kanga every day, they were combing out their more. Now to go out and fight against a Hathi, you cannot have attachment with your family, with the world, because you would generally, you may think that you could be killed in any battlefield going out to battle. You cannot have attachment with your family. By wearing his kada, he didn't have lobe. And by all of these different kakars, by wearing his karpan, his krodh was in check. Even though he was in biras to go into battle, he was not angry. He did not go out of anger. By wearing a kashera, our lust, our calm is reduced from the practical way and the sikhya that it gives us. Now that is the teaching we need to take away from Holla Mohalla. Holla Mohalla is the dehada for the Khalsa to rejoice being a Khalsa, to rejoice Bani and Bana. By reciting the name of Akal Purkh Vaheguru on the days of Holi, on Holla Mohalla, we become closer to God. And also at the time of Holla Mohalla, it is Basant Rut. Now Basant Rut is the season. In England, we obviously have 4 seasons. In India, they're broken down even further. They have 6 seasons. Basant Rut is the Rut that we can maybe describe as being spring, where the flowers start to blossom. There is birth within animals. At the time in India, if you look, the kanak becomes harihoi. The kanak is done, they complete it, they cut it, and they get the atta back. That is the season where everything is prafullat. And Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji tells us that how can we have basant all the time? How can our atma be prafullat all the time? How can it always blossom? Our atma can blossom by having the name of Akal Purkh Vaheguru in our hirda rupi kar. In our heart, in our souls, we embroider that name of Akal Purkh Vaheguru, and we will always have basant. It will always be basant rut for us. It will always be holy, and it will always be Holla Mohalla. So although many might say that Sikhs don't celebrate Holi, in the terms of the way that other faiths celebrate Holi, we don't. But Sri Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Ji has told us, we celebrate Holi every day by coming to the charan of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, by matha taking, by getting the anand, by being in their sanctuary. We are celebrating Holi. We are ranging our atma with their rang. And we should always also then look to Holla Mohalla in the months when it comes. That is the day where we celebrate our warrior side. And we can not only just do it once a year, we need to be trained in Shastra Vidya, so we can also celebrate and take part in these dehade of the Khalsa. So that is just in brief the history of Holla Mohalla, where it comes from and how Sikhs, or why Sikhs celebrate it, a little bit about how it was celebrated in the past and how it's celebrated now. By sharing that, I would have made many mistakes. You, the Sad Sangat, can bless us all, the Sevadars that have come here today, to continue doing this prachar. Like already announced, there will be a question and answer session in the car park hall shortly after this, so about 1:15 it will be starting. So if anyone has any questions, they can come and we'll all learn off each other. Like already announced, also the Seek to Inspire Sevadars are organising a camp next month in England. It's like a 4-day retreat for young adults, for anyone really over 16 years old. And then also in August, with the Kirpa of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji, we are planning a yatra from England to Hajur Sahib, and then also to go to Amritsar Sahib, maybe Anandpur Sahib, Fatehgarh Sahib, Chamkaur Sahib. So with the blessings of Sri Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji, we will be doing that, and that will be an opportunity for anybody to come along and learn the Ityas, to go first hand to Holgarh, to go to Anandpur Sahib. So that is the plans for Seek to Inspire in the near future. We've got a stall outside so anyone can see that. So if I've made any mistakes, please forgive me. Our time that we were given is now up. So you, the Sad Sangat, can bless us all to continue doing Prachar. Deho Sajjan Asis Sadiyan, Jo Hove Sahib Seo Mel, Lekha Kathe Na Shuti Hai, Khin Khin Poolan Har, Baksan Har, Baksala, Nanak Par Uttar, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.